Haircut day today. Look at that. Christmas cut, Christmas trim. I'll even trim my beard as well. So we go. Ta-da! Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. Oh, I see people on TikTok do it all the time. They put the hand over and then the hair's cut. One more time. Wow, as if by magic. Look, it's gone dark all of a sudden as well. Trimmed, happy. I like having a good haircut. I feel younger when I have a haircut. Finished a job, just doing a surprise party for the lady that is the manager of the tap. 22 years she's been the manager and she's retiring, and this was her little surprise party, and I've just left. Just seen this, taking a few photos of it. That's kind of cool. Frozen time. So we started last week about pre-visualisation, and I touched a little bit on Henri Cartier-Bressons and his decisive moment. So for me, I suppose to a degree, it's open to interpretation, a decisive moment. You look in textbooks and they all have slightly different, but overall it's seeing something happen and responding to it quickly, or pre-visualising what may happen and being ready for it, so that when that decisive moment happens, you're going to get the shot. Okay, so this is when we went to Chester Christmas Market, and these are the photos that I got there through pre-visualisation and through waiting for that decisive moment. I got some great shots of the chefs and vendors in the food stalls that were there. I knew I wanted to get pictures of the food vendors because the lighting was perfect in there. So I wanted, so I waited for that moment. How's that? How's your pan of chocolate? Art gallery. Nice, isn't it? Nope.
I'm Insta boomeranging. My Insta boomerang's uploaded.
How's the Mac? So Henri Cartier-Bresson took a picture in 1932, and even though I've got one of his books, and to be honest, like 99% of his work is amazing. His sort of his ability to pre-visualize and then to use his the decisive moment are superb. But one of the most popular photos of his is a guy jumping over a puddle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read from a website called fractionmagazine.com. Okay, so just sometimes I read stuff because it just comes out better and I waffle less. So, Henri Cartier's best known photograph may be the 1932 image of a man jumping over a puddle from behind the... Chop that bit out, Sten. Henri Cartier-Bressons' best known photo might be the 1932 image of a man jumping over a puddle behind the Gare Saint-Lazare. I hope I said that right. The meaning of decisive moment seems self-evident from this picture. So here's this picture now, just a quick. So there you go, so have a look at that picture, okay. It's self-evident that this picture, the timing, the composition, the totality of the picture, an ordinary moment transcribed as a complete statement. So I'll say that again. So the meaning of decisive moment seems self-evident from this picture, the timing, the composition, the totality of the picture, an ordinary moment transcribed as a complete statement. I think that that's a really good analogy of the photo. So let's have a little look at that photo. So I'll pop it up on screen now. So you can, obviously this is sort of way pre-digital, so this will have been a film photograph. So you think it's superb. You've got the man, obviously like a little step ladder, and he's jumping and attempting to jump over this sort of flooded area, and the picture perfectly reflects his shadow. Now, one of the things, it's not me that picked up on this, okay? This was pointed out to me, and I thought, wow, okay, and this shows the extent to Henri Cartier-Bressons' ability for the decisive moment. If you take a look at the back wall over on the left-hand side, you'll see like an old poster of a ballerina or something like that, of a person leaping. And so if you look at that, that person is leaping, the poster is leaping in the opposite direction with a reflection in the water, perfectly mimicking this guy jumping over the puddle, reflecting in the water. So, you know, at first glance, it's like, this is a good photo, but then you look at it and you think, so what Cartier-Bresson did was, you know, he probably saw that poster in the background, he saw the stepladder, and he probably thought, if I wait, someone's probably going to try and jump over that puddle. So he waited, so he pre-visualized the moment, and then that decisive moment happened, and boom, one of the most famous photos in photography history was made. So this is another picture from Cartier-Bresson. This is a great example of using leading lines and the rules of thirds. You know, I think Cartier-Bresson in this picture, I might be wrong, you know, there are better photographers and judges of photo critics out there, but I'm waffling again, sorry. So yeah, so you look at this picture, I'll put it on screen now. You can see how the fence panels, cut that bit out, Sten. So if I put this picture on now, you can see how the banisters from these steps create like a visual line, and then at the bottom of the line is the cyclist. So it's a little sort of plays with your vision, but it also creates a fantastic picture. So for this picture, Cartier-Bresson will have pre-visualized those steps. Maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a bike race, so he knew that bikes would be passing there. Maybe he saw the cyclist off in the distance, and so, you know, positioned himself ready for the cyclist to pass. Who knows, but either way, it's a great example of pre-visualization and Cartier-Bressons' The Decisive Moment. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those colours. Check out the grass. Actually not too bad. So hopefully the couple will be happy to come outside for a little bit. Possibly just, even if we just get them walking down here. Get them jumping. So pre-visualization, the decisive moment, they are or are not the same thing, but they obviously work well together, because the decisive moment can happen when you're not necessarily pre-visualizing anything. You know, there could just something, you could see something coming towards you, whatever it is, and you might be like, oh shit, that's a great photo. Ba-ding, got it. Wow, didn't expect that. So that's the difference sort of between the decisive moment and pre-visualizations. But I could go on and on and on and on about this subject, but okay, the vlog will get boring, and I never want the vlogs to be more than 10-15 minutes maximum. So the last bit of thing I can say is what you got to do now is you just got to get out there and practice. You've got to start to learn to see things that everyday people walk past and don't notice. I think at the end of each week I might just take like a little quote from a book and leave it something to mull over and think about. Okay, so here goes, first time. Okay. The manner in which the photograph can go beyond the recording of appearances and convey something of the individual's character or circumstances is something that we can relate to in both the production and sharing of our personal photographs. We may hold dear photographs of the deceased or from a long time past. Photographs may help confirm or indeed even create our sense of personal history and identity. In a similar way, we can use photographs to portray our identity, an identity that may be consciously constructed or simply revealed with a smile or a gesture. Photographs can keep memories alive, but they can also create, distort, or substitute memories. Food for thought. That was from book Context and Narrative in Photography. See you next week, guys. Liverpool Market. Gonna pre-visualize some photos, and I will then show you what I got.